Oh, that was pretty good. We have some special guests today. Let's show them how quiet we can be. You ready? Ella! Welcome to Ella Baker Elementary School's grand opening. Please give a warm round of applause to our superintendent, Dr. Stavem.
Thank you, everybody. This is so exciting. This is a wonderful day in the life of a school and the life of a school district, and I am so pleased to be the superintendent of arguably one of the best districts in the whole nation. And we have a great day to celebrate today, a wonderful place of learning as we open the doors to our community to see this beautiful school, Ella Baker. And I have to tell you, boys and girls, I am most excited about your mascot, Baker Bears, because where I came from, we never got to see bears. So the staff know in the office that as soon as there's a real Baker Bear on the premises, they are supposed to call me right away so I can get in the car and come and see it. So I am very excited to be here, and we have a lot of people that we need to thank today and recognize as we see a beautiful school like this come into being. So I want to start off by introducing a few people to you that we need to recognize. First of all, we want to welcome some of our elected officials. Today we have State Senator Manka Dhingra with us. Is Manka here yet? We're going to clap for her even if we don't hear yet. I want to also recognize some of our school board members who are here. Boys and girls school board members are adults in our community who are willing to volunteer to help us make really good decisions for our schools. So we want Siri Bliesner, wave a hand or stand up. Our Vice President, Mark Stewart, and Board of Directors member, Cassandra Sage. And we appreciate them being with us today. I also want to recognize Larry Wright, Executive Director of our Lake of Washington Schools Foundation. Is Larry joining us? We'll give him a hand. He might be on his way in. Also like to recognize Mindy Lincecombe, our LWPTSA President. She works with all of the parents in our district to provide great partnerships. Then I get to introduce some of the people that I get to work with that help us make things work well in our school district. So Deputy Superintendent Dr. John Holman, raise your hand. Associate Superintendent Matt Montebianco. Associate Superintendent Mike Van Orden. Associate Superintendent Barbara Posthumus. And Director of School Support for the Redmond Learning Community, Sue Ann Sullivan. And finally, our Director of Support Services, Forrest Miller. And one more on my list is our Director of Communications, Shannon Parthamer. And we'd also like to say thank you to Shannon and her team who did a lot of our planning for today's program. So let's give them a hand as well as they videotape and put this all on social media for us. And now I'm going to ask Forrest Miller to come and make some further introductions to the people who helped all of this come into being with our building. And I would also like to say a brief congratulations. Forrest has announced his retirement at the end of November after all of this grand and glorious work. We also want to thank him for his years of service in being part of many of our beautiful schools and facilities that we have here in Lake Washington. So please thank him as we also welcome him.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. This is what it's all about. You, students, and also staff and teachers. We really are excited because this building is for you. We want you to succeed in every way that you can. So there's a lot of people though that are helping us to build buildings like this. And what I want to do is to make sure anybody behind the curtain is moved over this direction. And when I kind of tell you with the groups of people that are involved, you'll see there's a lot of people that helped build this building and design this building. So first of all, I want to thank King County, because King County allowed us to have this particular piece of land and work with us and the developer so that we could have a school site for Ella Baker. That's exciting. In addition to that, I want to specifically also ask that Chris Ricketts and also Kevin LeClaire stand up, because they are the King County representatives that helped us through the process to furnish this school. Now, a building of a school is not just construction, it's also figuring out what it's going to look like and all the drawing and the design of the entire school. So I'd like to have everybody that was associated with the design of the school just to stand up. I'm not going to, this is DLR Group. It's also other architects and other designers and other engineers. Thank you very much. Excellent job. This is a fantastic school. And then, naturally, if you design something, you need to make something or build something. And that's the, so we have lighted construction and maybe other contractors. All the contractors, please stand up. And look at all of you back here. So many contractors, they couldn't all sit up here. That's very good. Now, in addition to that, we also have people that need to help the process between making sure that everything's in order, being the communication experts and managing the projects. And so we have OAC Services who helped us with the construction management. So everybody there, wave since you're already standing. I don't know, but we want to also thank anybody that was with the Long-Term Facility Planning Task Force, and also anybody that was part of our citizen-based advisory committee in terms of design, construction. So was anybody part of Mindy? Yes. You got to stand up, Mindy. You're our representative for the Long-Term Facility Planning Task Force. Thank you all very much. Now I can turn it back to Principal Bliesner.
Well, welcome. Isn't this an awesome day? I am so excited. This really is a special day. Our students are really excited to share our school with you today. Not only are we thrilled to have this beautiful building, but we are so excited to share what we're doing each and every day, our staff and our students. And today we hope you just get a glimpse of who we are and what makes Ella Baker Elementary so special. So to begin our program, we have students who are here to tell you our mission or our purpose of our school. Please welcome to the podium, Twisha.
Our school vision is empowering change makers who know themselves, understand others, and are inspired to make an impact on our world. Ella Baker lived her life empowering others to make change. She had a profound impact on our civil rights movement. We are honored that our school is named Ella Baker Elementary because Ella Baker was a change maker. A change maker is someone who desires change in the world, and by gathering knowledge and resources, makes that change happen. Students, we are change makers. Please welcome our Upper Yellow Den who will be performing Together We Can Change the World.
another big round of applause to our singers and their conductor, Miss Anderson. As somebody who started my life as an elementary music teacher, I know what it takes to pull that off, and I am so happy that staff and students were able to sing to us together. That was lovely. Thank you. I also know what will most likely be on the evening news, and I think we can clearly see what should be on the evening news, so this is wonderful. This is evidence of a bright future. Boys and girls, as we look at your brand new school, there are some things that I would like you to think about. And I'm going to make sure that you are listening well. When you look at our beautiful school, there are some things that I want you to pay very close attention to as we look at this beautiful place that you have to come to learn. Because the grown-ups in your community know that in order for good learning to happen, we have to have great places for children to go every day. We have to have places that are bright and light and inviting and make you want to come in and learn. We have to have places that are comfortable for you to sit, and places for you to eat, and places for you to cozy up with a good book and read. And the grown-ups in our community understand how important this is, and so they've made it possible that we get to build this lovely school and have places for you to be. But the whole goal of having a wonderful school is so that you learn and grow up and graduate from high school and then go do something that really interests you and is something that you want to do when you're a grown-up. So even in this room, I want you to think about all of the jobs that might be yours when you're a grown-up. Great, that's one of the things you could be. So let's look around in here really quick. We have a lot of people eager to join the workforce, I think. Look up, boys and girls, and be quiet as you look up, because I want you to think. Up in that ceiling, somebody had to manufacture the lights. They had to design the beams that support the ceiling. Somebody put all those pieces together. Somebody designed the colors that were going to go in your school. Now I want you to look down on the floor that you're sitting on, and somebody had to make this comfortable rubber floor that you're sitting on. And somebody figured out how to put those little specks in to make it kind of interesting and not show as much of our dirt that we bring in on our shoes when we go to recess. And then if you look straight up here, somebody figured out how to make a giant screen to show things on. And somebody put the wires in the wall to make it go up and down. And somebody made that really cool looking wood stuff up there, and it's at an angle, and somebody had to know just how to attach that to the wall. They had to know their geometry. They had to do some math. And they probably had to read directions so that they knew how to do it correctly. So just in this room, there are so many jobs, and then one of the most important jobs that we need you to do is to be a change maker and a teacher. We have important people in the room who are teaching you all of the things that you need to learn to do some of the jobs that the adults have done to make your school all come to life. So let's give those teachers a hand for all of the good learning that you're going to do in this school. They are very, very important people to you. So grown-ups, as we think about what makes a great community, we know that great schools are part of that. And Lake Washington is fortunate to have great elementaries, great middle and high schools, great choice programs, and wonderful places for families to gather in the evenings and the weekends on our playgrounds and in our gym spaces. And we appreciate your partnership in all of the ways that we work together in our community to continue adapting and changing and growing. I would like to welcome Siri Bliesner to come and say a few words as our board president.
Welcome, and thank you all for coming. It is very exciting to be here and see all of you here in this gymnasium. It's a great experience. I've been working on this for a very long time. So first, this is an opportunity to celebrate learning, and it's been fun to hear the singing and everything that's going on. And at the same time, all the community support that brought this together. There were many moms, dads, kids, community members, business, everybody out helping in which to get the funding so that we could build the school, and then to help support everything that happens inside it. So thank you all for all that work that is done. And just lastly, to sort of build on Dr. Stavem's remark, we do have a legacy in the school district of building great schools and great places for learning and family and communities. So thank you very much for doing so, and appreciate all that you have done. And let's go Bears and see where we go. Thanks.
The next person that I'm going to welcome is somebody who also has a big job. They work with people in the state of Washington to make sure that some of the rules that help us know how to do things well are things that help schools and help boys and girls. And so I would like to welcome Senator, I don't know you well yet, Manka Dhingra, because I'm so new to Washington. Welcome, Manka. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and that was a perfect pronunciation of my name. Good afternoon, how are you kids doing? Yay! And I am so delighted and honored to be here at this beautiful, lovely school. You know, the most important thing for our democracy is having a fully funded public education system, because that is the foundation of our democracy. And we have to make sure that that foundation does not have any cracks in it. And looking around at this building, doesn't look like any cracks in here. And we talk a lot about how beautiful this building is and everything that went into making it, but a school is so much more than brick and mortar. It is so much more than a commodity. It is a community. And when I look around and I see all the adults here, the children here, it really shows me that we have a very strong community, a community that comes together, that's standing up for each other, and that is how we make sure that we are ensuring that each and every one of you is going to grow up to be successful. I think some of the comments that were made earlier makes me think that there's some future presidents in this room right here. So, thank you so much for inviting me to speak with you here today. I'm very excited for this school and very excited for all the learning that all of you will be doing here. Thank you.
So students, today really is all about you, but I would be remiss if I didn't take a moment to talk about all of the people who made today happen. Remember Ella Baker, when she was out working really hard, day, night, holidays, weekends, working for human rights. Anytime she encountered someone new, she always asked them a question, and I know you know what this question is. She would say, who are your people? Yeah, who are your people? Because she believed everybody was a product of all the people around them. So I really want to make sure we recognize all the special people today. We've had many recognized already. I too would like to thank our community for making this happen by passing the bond that built this beautiful building. And students, we have a special way to say thank you with our 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Next, I'd really like to thank our incredible PTSA and our family community. You have been so amazing the last year and a half. We had a wonderful, warm community before the building was even built. So let's give them a 1, 2, 3. A huge thank you to our central leadership team for all of the work you did through the process of planning this building. You were amazing. 1, 2, 3. And I'd like this person to stand up. Julie Guest, Mrs. Guest. I feel, well, actually we all feel like we won the lottery when we got Julie Guest as our associate principal. She is an incredible change maker, and I truly don't know what we would do without her. Let's give her a 1, 2, 3. All right, my friends and my family who are here today, I told the kids I might cry. This might be the moment. I can do this. It is so awesome that you're here today. I wouldn't be up here without you. Hi, Macy. My daughter Macy and Carter are both here, and I can tell you they are the biggest Ella Baker Bear fans. Anytime they see a bear anywhere, whether it's on the TV, they're like, look, it's Ella Baker Bears. My husband Jason, on March 9th, 2017, when this opportunity came to me to plan a brand new elementary school, the first person I called was my husband because I'm a good wife. And we were gonna have a talk about it. And I started talking and I heard this long pause and he said, well, this is a no-brainer. This is your dream, Kim. And ever since that moment, he has supported me and I can't thank him enough. So can we give them a big round of applause? He doesn't like to be thanked, so I'm going to hear about that later. Now, the dream wouldn't become a reality without the most special people who are in this room today. Staff, can I have you all please stand up? This is our teachers, our IAs, our custodians. Students, you're next, I promise. Staff, you are the most supportive, passionate, dedicated risk takers I have ever worked with. And when I hired you, we talked about we didn't want just rock star individuals, which by the way, they all are, but we wanted a rock star team. And from the moment you joined the team, you have worked collaboratively as a team, and it has been my honor to watch that happen. You are truly making a vision become a reality. Angela Duckworth, the person behind the whole word grit, said, enthusiasm is common, but endurance is rare. And my friends, this staff not only has enthusiasm, but they have the endurance to truly create a legacy here at this school. And this is just the beginning. Staff, you are truly creating a foundation that will have a positive impact on students and families for generations to come, and it is an honor to work alongside you. Let's give them a big round of applause. Now, students, the most important, truly, people in this room, because we are all here for you. You make a positive impact on the world every single moment. The small moments where you're giving high fives in the morning and smiling to people. And this year, you're going to start making larger contributions to our world through your integrated units of study, where you're going to connect with real experts in the field, and you're going to do some research, and you are going to do some service learning projects. You're not going to make a change on the world when you're old, you're going to do it right now. Are you ready to do that? Our hope is that you too one day can stand in front of someone and say, I'm living my dream too. You are change makers. Let's give them a round of applause.
To be change makers, we need to build not only our content knowledge, but our character. At Ella Baker, we work on growing our Baker 8 character traits. We call these the Baker 8.
At Ella Baker, we show our curiosity. Say it with me. Curiosity. I observe, I wonder, I create.
At Ella Baker, we show our gratitude. Gratitude. I have an attitude of gratitude. At Ella Baker, we show our empathy. Empathy. I see you, I hear you, I care.
At Ella Baker, we show our integrity. Integrity. I do the right thing even when no one is looking. At Ella Baker, we show grit. Grit. I always do my best to grow. I always do my best to grow.
Here at Ella Baker, we show optimism. Optimism. I look on the bright side. At At Ella Baker, we show our self-control. Self-control. I think, I decide, I act.
At Ella Baker, we practice embracing diversity. Embracing diversity. I am me, you are you.
Ella Baker lived her life empowering others to make change. She has a famous quote, "Give light and people will find the way." To me, this means when you give people opportunity, they will do something good with it. Let's join together and give light to our school, our community, and our world to make it a better place.
seen scissors this big? You maybe don't have one of these at home or in your school? Okay. These are very special scissors because they signify, we're going to have a ribbon cutting, and that's a ribbon right there. You've already been at school for some days, but this is celebrating the fact that we're opening your school officially today. And we're going to have the superintendent, as well as your principal, cut the ribbon, which is the official opening. And we're going to do it on a countdown from 10 to 1, but we're not going to do it quite yet. I'm going to hand them the scissors, so they can hold it. And what we're going to do is, you're going to help us make sure that they don't cut it before the number 1, all right? So let's start with 10, and we're going to go down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay! Great job! Excellent! Yeah! Before the superintendent says anything, before the superintendent ends with a few words, excuse me. Okay. We have, this is the end of our time, but before the superintendent says a few words, I want to invite the dignitaries, the central office leadership, and others who received an email, the senator also, for special pictures. We're going to be going out front for those pictures, so please follow us there. For the contractors and also for the designers, for the OAC people, and by the way, I want to say a special thanks to Gid Palmer. Would you wave back there? Gid Palmer was one of our citizens who helped us on the design advisory committee, and so thank you, Gid, for being here. And for the designers and for the contractor and so forth, if you go back to the art science room, that's where we're going to be. All right?
We want to thank everyone for coming, and we would ask you to join us tomorrow for a public open house, which begins at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. tomorrow. Before we conclude, I want to give a very, very special thanks to our principal, Kim Malanko. Would you join me in thanking her? Absolutely. When you go to open a new school, that is no small feat. It is a dream come true because you have the opportunity to shape the culture of a school from day one. And it's very clear that there is a special culture at Ella Baker that started the first day that I visited, which is the first day of school, but that is in large part to Kim's vision and her work. So thank you for your work. You're off to a great start. This is a great place, great school, and we thank you for coming. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much, Dr. Stavem. Students, let's give all of our performers and our speakers one more special round of applause, please. I'm so proud of you. I also want to give one more special round of applause to our amazing music teacher, Miss Anderson. She's getting married in 1 week. Students, Miss Anderson is going to help you get dismissed. Thank you, everyone, for coming to this special day. Ella Baker students, and a hush fell over the room. Students, with this same hush, will you turn your eyes to your teacher and give them a smile? You're going to get your instructions from your teacher on when you will stand and walk back to class. Have an awesome rest of your Friday.